Don't lift him up. Don't lift him up.
There are two kinds of parents in this world, conventional and not so conventional.
Just breathe on him. Breathe on him. Breathe on him and talk. Oh, big head.
Shani and Julius Kizer are the latter.
You're here. Hi, my darling. Hi, my darling.
Good job.
Oh, you are cute.
It's just like the rest of them. You did so well, Sean. Just holding up, all right?
We're definitely not keeping up with the Joneses.
We don't even know them.
We like just take each day as it comes.
They kicked us out a long time ago.
We've been filming with the Kizer family for more than a year. Shani and Julius work from home on the Sunshine Coast to spend more time with their growing brood of homeschooled kids. For this couple, being fit and healthy is not just a lifestyle, it's their reason for being. Online, Shani calls herself the fit mum.
Awesome. Do you want to grab the placenta for me, Shani?
And every week, she surprises her followers with something new. After the birth of her latest baby, Magnus, she ate her own placenta for its claimed health benefits.
I'll start processing it as soon as I can and we'll get it back to you within 24 hours.
It's an ancient practice becoming popular again after one of those Kardashians did it.
Come on, let's see you work.
And she won't waste time lying on the couch post-birth. Shani's got to get back to being the fit mum after all. And she's devised a new form of exercise for mums that's pretty out there.
We don't have gym memberships. We just train with our kids, squat with them, use your kids as weights, or I could even breasticize, put him on the boob and exercise while I'm breastfeeding. That's a...
Breasticize.
So it's either feed him on the couch or go out and be with the kids. So rather than just sitting there, I was standing there watching them. Magnus was fussing and I was just started squatting and lunging. I'm like, hey, this is... And Julie's like, this is a thing. So that's kind of how it happened. And it's just purely to clear my mind, multitask, all that sort of stuff.
Like everybody else, let's go.
Let's go, quick, come on! Quick! quick!
Sure, Shani's not exactly conventional. Not everybody wants to weight lift when pregnant, have baby number 6 at home, stick to a strict clean eating regime for her and her kids, or try to snap back into shape right after giving birth. Even her eldest son, Josh, says her life is a little out there.
What are your mum and dad like on a day-to-day basis? Are they extreme?
Yeah, like wild. If you had to put it into one word, it's wild around here, but we have lots of fun. You know, it's a lovable madhouse. We have a good time, that's for sure.
Have you ever said to them, Mum, Dad, relax?
Oh, every now and again, definitely. It's just like, woo up, woo up. I don't want to wake up at 5:30. I'll wake up at 8. Like, I'll deal with that.
But Shani's had enough of people telling her that her unconventional parenting style should be more like theirs.
As mothers, we judge ourselves enough every day without having others feel like they need to put their 2 bob in. I think that we don't need any extra help with judging whether we're doing okay as a mum and doing okay as a wife.
But you're also being deliberately provocative. When you're blogging about this sort of stuff or writing about it, it's going to provoke a response.
Well, I found a lot of people just throw random comments out, and I feel like saying, you know, you don't have to just get behind the keyboard. You can actually just go and play with your kids instead of judging me.
What do you say to them?
Oh, that's their problem.
I honestly just don't care. Because whenever I'm negative towards someone else or I'm judging someone else, it's because I've got my own stuff that I'm dealing with and I'm not focused on my own goals. If I'm focused on myself, being a great mum, being a great wife, focusing on what I want to achieve in my life, then I'm not worried about anyone else.
Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my mom and pop, not the way that I do love you.
Meet the Ticknor family. You know, just your average mum and dad with 12 kids, living a nomadic lifestyle in a fully decked out recreational vehicle.
My best friend, I scream it too.
No biggie.
There ain't nothing that I need.
Living in our RV with us, we have Daniel, Thomas. Look, I already screwed it up. Should I start over? Living in our RV with us, we have Daniel, Jacob, Thomas, Joel, Emma, Savannah, Molly, and Caleb.
Hello. And they have 4 more children who've already grown up. Boy, that's a lot of kids.
12.
How does it even enter your mind that you can pile all these kids into a caravan and live on the road permanently?
Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe Vaughn and I are having this like midlife crisis and we're just dragging our kids along with us. I don't know. You know?
That's some midlife crisis.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
we're
think
going
so.
on 7 years, so.
If you keep having kids, some point or another, you're going to need a bigger RV.
Well, they make
We'll
them.
just pack them in like sardines.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, 5. And what's through here?
7 years ago, Dana and Vaughn Ticknor sold their home and went camping in their RV. Just for the summer, they said.
Good living here?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
We were a month into our trip, and we all kind of had a little family meeting, and it's like, well, guys, what do you think about this kind of lifestyle? And the kids were the ones that kind of came to us and said, do we have to go home and build another house? Do we have to do that?
And
Like,
we just
No.
haven't.
Now they live completely off the grid. And today they're camped in a trailer park in Texas.
You need to name the value of each one of these guys, okay? And then add them together for the total amount, okay?
Dana and Vaughn's children are home birthed and homeschooled. The whole tribe travels from one natural disaster zone to the next as a team of cleanup and crisis volunteers. Depending on your outlook on life, you'll either be horrified or a little jealous of what the Ticknors have managed to do.
Do you worry that the kids are missing out on an ordinary kid's social life?
No.
No, it's an adventure. You're not bound by, how would you say, a routine. You're not bound by the confinements of a time schedule most of the time. It's an adventure. It's something where you get to get out and you get to experience things instead of just read about them in a book.
When you spend time with the Ticknors, you realise they're a lovely family. Their children are respectful and polite and are clearly adored by their parents. But there's another thing that makes them unconventional. They like guns a lot.
Okay, so you're gonna grab it like, and pretend, keep your finger off the trigger though. Put it up like that.
Today, it's the baby of the family, Caleb's chance to fire his first gun at this family range.
Okay. You know what? You gotta squeeze the trigger.
He's 4.
There you go. Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, that's not working.
Then, 10-year-old Emma has her first attempt at shooting a semi-automatic.
Okay.
It's incredibly uncomfortable to watch. But these parents just don't see the harm.
I think it's a great family sport. I want our kids to have the skill to defend themselves. you know, if they're in a situation where they need that.
Are some of the kids too young, do you think?
No.
How young is too young?
Probably like 2, 3 and under. It totally depends on the kids. We're very, I like to think that we're very proactive in our parenting. You teach your kids what's okay and what's not. And, you know, we're really comfortable with our parenting and the way that we've chosen to handle this. And so, you know, I'm sorry that they're not comfortable with it, but this is how we're going to continue to parent our kids and how we're going to teach our children. So we think it's a really good skill and knowledge base for them to have.
So butt out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The world is going to say, you're a beautiful family, lovely children, but your views on guns are off the reservation.
That's
That's
okay.
okay.
Maybe it'll make them, you know, think about it a little more, because we have this crazy society that's saying, you know, guns are the problem, but they're not looking at the evil person who's going to find some way to hurt others. And so they're trying to take, you know, a way for us to protect ourselves away.
On the Sunshine Coast, Shani and Julius are not quite done being unconventional either. The pair has controversially earned a name for themselves by doling out tough love to women who want to lose weight, and even some who don't.
90% of them will be just lazy.
Their no excuses pregnancy and post-baby fitness regime has raised more than one eyebrow.
If you're ready to hear the truth from someone or from yourself and you actually admit it, if you look at the reason someone's fat, if they look at the reason they're fat, it's usually they just got a little lazy. We know that people feel better the more they do for themselves.
Yeah.
They get really offended, but they'll come around eventually. It's usually the people that are most offended they need to hear it the most.
And whenever I've been fat, it's my fault. I've been eating too much because I just liked food and I ate too much and everything got really big.
Do you have any fat friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, we still talk to fat people.
Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my mom and pop.
Back in Texas, it's time for the Ticknors to hit the road again. There's flooding in Louisiana, and they're off to help out. But don't bother flooding their Facebook page with outrage about the way the Ticknors raise their kids. This family couldn't care less what you think.
People are just going to think you're crazy.
Okay.
I think we're not crazy. We're just unconventional. And we just have a lot of things that we still want to do with our kids. And yeah, it's okay. The detractors can talk all they want because we're very happy where we're at. The vicious ones, they just tend to be unhappy people and they need to find their own dream. And you have to feel bad for them because if they're online hating so much, that means they're not out living their own life. You know? So we never read the comments.
We do so.
Occasionally until I start getting mad and then I shut the laptop and we go do something fabulous.
Hello, I'm Sarah Abo. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.